This is Merlin Public Media. Today we are doing an interview with Andy Hogan. Say hello, Andy.
Hello. Nice to see you again, Toni.
Nice to see you too, Andy. So today we are talking about a play that is coming up locally in Bullhead City. Why don't you go ahead and tell us the specifics of this play?
Okay. This play is a melodrama, which is kind of our traditional way of closing out our season with a little lighthearted humor, which melodramas always are. So I'm going to give you the titles, but remember, there's always a secondary title on a melodrama. So the title is Skullduggery Sails the Atlantic, or She Made Her Maiden Voyage but Didn't Come Across. And that right there tells you a little bit about the humor. This is by Nelson Shreve, who's written a number of things like this. And is
this an older play, Andy?
It's not, well, it's set in the 1890s.
Okay, because those are some kind of funky names there. Not you don't hear skullduggery everywhere. Yeah. No. In fact, it makes you think. When I first heard it, I thought, "Ooh, it's a pirate show story," but it's not. The ship is an ocean liner named the USS Gigantic, which it's a luxury liner going between New York and Southampton and England, and it's a very lighthearted story. It's got some very good humor, like you can see from that subtitle. He has some good stuff in there. There are some things that I think you froze. I don't know if Zoom picked that up or not, but
it just said my internet connection is unstable. We may be having and down the internet, so that sometimes happens. So do you want me to repeat anything, or
no, let's go ahead and continue. Okay. And hopefully Zoom picked it up. I guess, trial and error here. We'll see what Zoom picked up on the recording. So
all right. So basically the show is about this SS Gigantic starts with passengers who are just finishing boarding. And the captain is anxious because he wants to get underway on time because he wants to win the transatlantic speed record really badly. And there's a whole variety of passengers, a lot of rich society people, and some perhaps not so rich people on board, and of course a few members of the crew.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just in case Zoom didn't pick that up, you said there are some rich people on board, some not so rich people on board, and a few members of the crew, and then you cut out.
Oh, okay. And so, it's just, what goes on with all those people. And, there are a couple of subplots and things like that. And, the heroine is, of course, endangered by the villain and rescued by the hero, like in any melodrama.
Yes. Cool. And so, can you tell us? Let's see. I guess we'll do some logistics really quick first. When is this play happening, Andy?
Oh, right. Okay. It opens on May 12th, which is a Thursday, and so it's May 12th and 13th. At 7:00 in the evening. It's Arizona time, but I don't think that's pretty obvious. And then May 14th and 15th, Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m. matinee time. And it's all at the Suddenlink Community Center, 2380 Suddenlink Way, which used to be 3rd Street in old downtown Bullhead City, Arizona. So doors open no later than a half hour before those show times. Might open them. And tickets are available online right now. They're $15 for adults, $5 for students, high school down through grade school students. Children under 5 are free. Mm-hmm. And you can get all the information you want and the tickets on our website, which is www.rcctp.org.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So to sum it up, just in case we cut out a little bit, which we did, but I think we got all the important information. 7 p.m. on Thursday, May 12th. 7 p.m. on Friday, May 13th. And what was Saturday? I totally missed you there. Did you?
I just said, yes.
Okay. Sorry. That's okay. Saturday, what time was that? That was the 2 p.m. show?
Saturday is at 2 p.m., May 14th.
Okay.
And then Sunday, the 15th at 2 p.m. also.
Okay, great. And that is at the Suddenlink Center over in Old Bullhead, Arizona, Bullhead City.
Right.
Okay, cool. So it sounds like an interesting play. I know I've seen a couple of melodramas with you guys. They're always fun. I was in one with you, actually.
Yes, indeed.
Pre-COVID. So what, let's see, what can you disclose who you're playing, Andy?
Oh,
without giving too much away?
No, that's not giving too much away. I'm playing the captain of the SS Gigantic, named Captain Mizzen. Let's see, what can I say? There's most of the cast is people that have been in plays with us before. The heroine, however, is being played by a new member.
Oh, great!
Seen before. We are having some fun with it. Our director, Pamela Stephen, got permission from the publishers and the authors to play around with the wording a little bit in order to slip some old-timey songs in. And so those songs are just being sung a cappella.
Ah, okay. Very cool.
But they're just nice little things. Like I sing just a little bit of what is the song I think? Why can't I remember the name of the song?
Because you're on the spot in an interview. That's why.
Yeah, I remember the verse I'm singing just fine. But anyway, just a lot of good old-fashioned songs. There's at one point, one of the members of the crew comes out. He's swabbing the deck down with a mop, and he's singing a bicycle built for two. Daisy, Daisy, the nice little duet on I Love You Truly that they sing together. So just a lot of old-timey songs like that we put in just to have some fun with the show and going. And I should mention this show, according to the book, is only a 1-hour play. So adding these songs in is not going to make it so long that people are going to get uncomfortable or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if you have heard this or not, or if anybody's heard this through another channel, but Suddenlink heard the complaints of the patrons and got a lot of new seating, a lot of new chairs.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah, they're much, much more comfortable than the old folding chairs they had. So between Suddenlink and us, we have nearly 100 padded seats. Padded chairs. And then there's another 60, I think, very comfortable plastic seating chairs.
Great.
So that we had we had one large audience this season, and that used all of those types of chairs, and no one was complaining about the plastic chairs at all.
Oh, that's awesome.
So much better seating than we've had.
Yes. Yeah. I remember that being a big complaint.
Yes, indeed.
So that's good. So if anybody was not coming back to the see your shows over at Suddenlink Center because of the seats, now they don't have that reason anymore. They have comfortable seats.
Dramatically improved, yes.
Cool.
Not big time theater stadium type seating yet.
Of course, right.
But much better than it was.
Right. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. That's
but again,
super
this
helpful.
is a fairly short show, and there is a 30-minute intermission in it, so or 15-minute intermission.
I was going to say 30 minutes is a long time.
After the first act, there's a 15-minute intermission, so time to get up and stretch your legs anyway. So won't be a long show.
Why did I think it was a one-act play?
The book is actually written. It's odd to me. It's written as 4 scenes.
Oh, okay.
And no acts in the book, but the first scene is half of the play. So, to those of us familiar with theater, makes more sense to say that there's Act 1, and then Act 2 has 3 scenes.
Right.
Because they're quite short, but Act 1 has most of the meat in it. But of course, that's, getting the characters introduced, building up the storyline, and, setting everything up so that in Act 2, everything happens, everything comes to fruition.
Right. Okay. Well, that's, very cool. So there is an intermission, even though it's a short play. So it'll go really quickly. Too bad it's not a long one for people to enjoy the seats. This is the first show with those seats?
No, this is technically the third, I guess.
Oh, okay.
We had the seats for Mom's Gift, which was a full 2-act play. And then also used them for the single public performance of the Ghostlight Children's Theater show of Schoolhouse Rocks.
Cool.
So they got a decent first workout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So just for the audience who may have jumped on, this is Merlin Public Media, and this is Antoinette Flora doing an interview with Andy Hogan of the River Cities Community Theater Players. And they have a show coming up in Bullhead City, Arizona, at the Suddenlink Center in Old Bullhead. And if you wanted to go ahead and give those details again so I don't mess it up for you.
Sure, no problem. The title is Skullduggery Sails the Atlantic. It's a melodrama set in the 1890s aboard the ship SS Gigantic. The play dates and times are Thursday, May 12th and Friday, May 13th at 7 p.m. and Saturday the 14th and Sunday the 15th at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Tickets are $15 for adults, $5 for students, and under 5 are free. And all that information and more is available online, and you can buy the tickets online at www.rcctp.org.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Andy.
Well, thank you.
Just for those who may be interested in the area and interested in helping out in some way, why don't you go ahead and give some details on all of the fun things you can do in theater with River City Community Theater. Gosh dang it, I'm going to RCCTP, River City Community Theater Players.
Yes. There's a lot that we can do, and we are, like almost all organizations, we're rebuilding after the COVID shutdowns. So, we need help in every possible area. What people don't realize, you go to see a show on the stage and you see the actors, and if you're paying attention, you might notice the light and sound operator in the back of the room and stuff like that. But beyond those visible positions, there are a lot of invisible positions dealing with designing and building and decorating the set, costuming, publicity, ticket sales. We try to do a nice booklet style program for every show, and all of this takes effort. All of this takes people working for it. And if you have any kind of skills that work for things like that, or if you just like meeting with people and you like live theater and want to support it, please contact us.
Yes.
We have a phone that is available online for people to get information all the time, and I want to look up the number to make sure I don't blow it. I always seem to miss one part of it or another.
It's 928 area code.
Yes, it's 928. I think it's, let me look here quick. I don't want to mess this up. As many times as I've done this, I should know it by now, but it's 928-299-6057. And even if you consider yourself to be only moderately skillful in computers or hammers and nails or painting or something like that, believe me, a lot of the painting we do is real straightforward. It's just putting a solid color on the flats that make up the walls of the set. Sometimes it doesn't get much more difficult than that. On the other hand, there are times when some complex work is done also, and that's where it really gets more fun. But you don't have to be an expert at anything to get started with this. You don't have to be an expert to get started if you want to act. We have one woman who's appearing in this play who, before she started acting with us, had never been on stage in front of an audience.
Oh, and really?
She's now one of our most reliable and very, very good performers. So, you can get started in that very easily.
Yes. So. Yes. And you might be surprised. You might have a talent that you didn't know you had. So if this even remotely interests you, contact RCCTP and volunteer some time. Help them out. They're a good group.
If you want to learn more first, go to the website, rcctp.org. And there's a fair amount of information on there. There's some history of our group, how we got started and what we do. And that needs to be updated now that we've moved to Southern Link Center. I don't think that move is in there, but you can get started with some information there, and there's some contact information on there as well. So, give it a try. There's a lot of fun to do, and we putting on these plays collectively is a lot of work. But if you have a large group working on it, nobody gets tired out or worn out or anything like that. It's still a lot of fun, and the people involved in it they're all wonderful folks.
Yes,
except maybe
they are.
Me. I don't know if I am, but
well, they've kept you around, so you must have some redeeming qualities, Andy. No, it's a good group, great group of people. If you're new to the area, definitely check them out. Go see the play next weekend, or volunteer to help afterwards. I think this is the last show of your season, correct?
This is the last show of what we call this season. We run our season from September through April or May, because the summer months are just difficult, to say the least, for a number of reasons. Obviously, the heat is a problem, and partly because of the heat, our audience is much, much smaller, because it's not just that the winter people are not here, but a lot of the full-time residents say, hey, I'm taking off for my vacation for a couple of weeks or a month or whatever. So we've just decided it's just not a good idea to operate in the summertime to a great extent. Yeah. That doesn't mean there's not background work going on during the summer.
Oh, absolutely.
Which we need to keep going on. In fact, we're in the midst of planning a big outreach campaign that we're going to plan and implement over the summer and that hit everyone with as we ramp things back up next fall. So.
Oh, cool. Very good. Well, awesome. Hopefully you can generate some new memberships and more audience members
and more audience. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Oh, good. Okay. Well, very good, Andy. So anything else you'd like to add before we go ahead and close out this interview?
Right now, not much. We do have programs, shows chosen for next year's season. I don't have a good list of them in front of me, so I don't want to butcher it. But,
yeah, no, that's totally fine. It's part of the suspense. What's going to come up next year?
I will say that they are listed in the program for this show.
Okay.
The new lineup is listed there, so if you want to find out what it is, there's a really good reason to come see this show, just to find out what next season is.
Yes.
But that will also tell you, if you're interested, it'll tell you what the shows are that we're going to be doing if you want to, one of those may pique your interest. Yeah.
Right. Audition, help with stage crew, help learn lighting, set up lighting and sound and all of that. Yeah. There's a myriad of tasks you can do with your local community theater.
Exactly.
So. Okay.
So we would love to have more people involved and even just, more people knowledgeable of what's going on and watching our calendars so that they know what's coming up. If you're not interested in, tell your friends about it. They might be interested. So
exactly.
You just need to keep the word out there.
Yep.
And I guess I should say also, we aren't like legally obligated to say this or anything, but the Bullhead City Parks and Rec Department has been giving us a tremendous amount of support, and they're very good people to work with. They've been very helpful to us, and we enjoy being with them up in Sudden Link Center. It's working out well for us.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Good. Okay. So this was an interview with Andy Hogan of River City Community Theater Players. And they are putting on a play, and I am going to butcher the name. So I will let you say the name of the play and the dates again, Andy.
The name of the play is Skullduggery Sails the Atlantic. And the dates are May 12th and 13th at 7 p.m., May 14th and 15th at 2 p.m. at www.rcctp.org.
Awesome. And thank you so much, Andy, for your time today.
Well, thank you for the opportunity.
Yep. And we look forward to seeing the play that in the next 2 weeks. In the next couple of weeks here. Have a good afternoon.